The foolish donkey. A salt seller used to carry a salt bag on his donkey to the market every day. On the way, they had to cross a bridge over a river. One day, the donkey suddenly tumbled down the bridge and the salt bag fell in the water. The salt dissolved in the water and hence the bag became very light to carry. The donkey was happy. Then the donkey decided to play the same trick every day. He did the same thing for 3 more days. But on the third day, the salt seller understood the donkey's trick and decided to teach him a lesson. The next day, he loaded a cotton bag on the donkey. As they were crossing the bridge, the donkey again played the same trick, hoping that the bag would become lighter. But because the cotton soaked the water, it became very heavy and the donkey had to carry a much heavier load than before. That day the donkey learnt a lesson. He didn't play the trick anymore after that day, and the salt seller was happy. Moral: you should never run away from hard work.
Goldilocks and Three Bears. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl whose name was Goldilocks. One day, she decided to go for a walk in forest. While out walking, she lost her way and found herself at the house of Three Bears. Inside the house, she came across a kitchen table with 3 bowls of porridge. She tasted the porridge from the first bowl and found it was too hot. So she tried the porridge from the second bowl, which was too cold. Finally, she tried the third bowl and found that it was just right. So she ate it all up. When she had finished the porridge, she felt tired and went to find somewhere to sit down. The first chair she found was too big. The second chair was still too big. But the third chair she felt just right. As she sat down, the chair broke into many pieces. By now, Goldilocks was very tired, so she looked for somewhere to sleep. The first bed she found was too hard. The second was too soft. But the third bed was perfect for her, so she slept on it. Just then, the bears came back to their house. When they came into the kitchen, they saw that someone had been eating their porridge. "Who's been eating our porridge?" shouted the daddy bear and the mummy bear. Baby bear cried and said, "Who's been eating my porridge and eaten it all up?" Then the 3 bears spotted that someone had been sitting in their chairs. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" shouted Daddy Bear and the Mummy Bear. Baby Bear cried, "Who's been sitting in my chair? It is broken up into pieces." The 3 bears ran to check their bedrooms and saw that someone had been sleeping in their beds. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" shouted the Daddy Bear and the Mummy Bear. The Baby Bear cried, "Someone has been sleeping on my bed and they're still in it." Goldilocks was woken up by their shouting and was so scared. She jumped out of the bed and ran out of the open window back into the forest. She ran home to her mother and promised her she would never again go for a walk in the forest alone. Moral: Think about how your actions might hurt others.
The ungrateful lion. Long time ago, in a dense forest, lived a lion. He was very cruel. One day, the lion was caught in a hunter's trap. One by one, many animals passed by the lion. "Oh, please help me," said the lion to the passing animals. But none of the animals helped the lion. After some time, a man happened to travel by the forest. He saw the lion. The lion said, "O kind man, I will die of hunger and suffocation. Please help me." The man thought for a while. The lion said, "O kind man, I assure you, I will not harm you. Please help me. The hunter will be here any time now. Please help me. Please take me out of this cage." The man felt sorry for the lion and he opened the cage. As soon as the lion was out of the cage, he let out a loud roar. "I have been trapped in this cage for a long time. I am very hungry now. I will have to eat you." "But you said you will not harm me." "Yes, I said that, but only to convince you to set me free. Now I am very hungry. I am going to eat you." The man was terrified, but he thought quickly and said, "All right, you can eat me, but let a judge decide whether it is right to eat the person who has rescued you." The lion agreed. He was sure that no animal will talk against him. Just then, a jackal was passing by. Lion asked him to be the judge. The jackal said to the lion, "Sir, can you please show me how it all happened?" The lion said, "All right, I will show you." The lion went inside the cage and closed the door. The jackal quickly locked the door from outside. The jackal said to the man, "Now the lion is trapped again. Run away, and never offer help to anyone without thinking." The frightened man ran away for his life, and the ungrateful lion was trapped in the cage again. After some time, the hunter came and took away the lion to his circus. Moral: you should never help anyone without thinking.
The wishing tree. A traveler was passing through a desert on a hot day. He was tired, feeling thirsty and hungry too. He needed a shady spot to rest for a while. He saw a big leafy tree and walked towards it. He felt glad and said to himself, "I wish I had some water to drink now." Suddenly, he found a tumbler full of cold water on the ground right in front of him. He sat down there and drank all the water. Then he wished, "I wish I had something to eat right here." Immediately, a variety of dishes appeared before him. He was under the shade of Kalpavriksha, a magical tree. That was the wishing tree. Whoever was under it would have whatever he wished for. The traveler enjoyed the delicious food and now he felt drowsy. He wished for a nice bed and it was granted. He stretched himself comfortably on the soft mattress. His legs were paining as he had walked a long distance. He hoped that someone would massage his feet. Immediately, a young lady appeared near his feet. She started massaging his feet and legs. He soon fell asleep. After some time, he woke up. The lady was still sitting beside him. He now started thinking differently. How can things happen like this? Can I have things I wished for by merely asking for them? Is it some kind of a trick played by a magic demon? He doubted. Oh, a true demon appeared in place of a nice lady. The demon was laughing mischievously at him. The traveler said to himself, "Is he going to eat me up?" Within no time, the demon started leaping at him with his mouth wide open. The frightened traveler took to his heels and ran away. He ran and ran for a long time. When he looked back, there was no demon. What is all this? Did things really happen, or was it all merely a dream? The traveler started wondering. I think God grants what one wishes for. Saying this, he resumed his journey. Moral: the moral of the story is always wish for good and good will happen to you.